Hey everyone, it's Chris and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to go over the dividends that were paid to me in February 2022. Now, in a nutshell, I was paid $88.20 in dividends in this short month of February. So let's go ahead and take a look at what was paid for this month. So we start out the month getting paid by 3 individual stocks on February 1st. Now, I have a tiny position in AT&T. I think it's only 3 shares, which paid me $1.56 in dividends. It currently yields 8.71% is on the day that I'm actually recording this, but that's going to go away real soon with the spinoff of Warner Media. Now, I'm tempted to increase my position to a full 10 shares so that I can get a full position in Discover Media. What are your thoughts on that? Go ahead and leave a comment below if you think it makes sense to just kind of stick with my position, or if you want me to, or if you think it'd be a good idea to get up to a full 10 shares. Now, this next stock that paid me a dividend is Bristol Myers Squibb. Now, Bristol Myers Squibb paid me a dividend of $5.40 a share. And the great thing is this quarter included an increase from 49 cents a share to 54 cents a share, which means I got a 10% raise on my dividend. And with that dividend, it bought me an additional 0.0839 shares of BMY. And our final February 1 dividend comes from Verizon. It paid me a dividend of $6.40, and that bought me 0.1186 additional shares of Verizon. So on February 4th, General Dynamics paid me $11.90 in dividends, which also bought me 0.0561 shares. Now, as you can imagine, with the crisis going on in Europe, their shares have had a tremendous pop, which means the DRIP, the dividend reinvestment, bought less shares than I would have liked. But while this quarter paid out $1.19 per share in dividends, the next quarter, they just announced, will pay $1.26, which is again a 5.86% increase just on dividends. Now, on February 7th, Texas Instruments paid me $11.50, and that bought me an additional 0.0676 shares. And this is where dripping can be very advantageous, since the stock price has dropped by about 10% since I originally bought it. It means I'm getting in at the lower stock price. Now, boring old Apple paid me $2.20 in dividends in February 10, and that bought me a measly 0.0128 shares. And I'm willing to take a little bit lower dividend given the capital appreciation I can see on Apple shares. And add to this, I use a lot of Apple products. I'm a Mac user and an iPhone user, and I'm a big believer in owning the companies that you actually use on a daily basis. And since I use a lot of Apple products, it makes sense for me to buy. So Phillips 66 Partners paid me $10.50 in dividends on Valentine's Day, February 14th. Now, I did not drip these shares because Phillips 66 will be acquired by, Phillips 66 Partners will be acquired by Phillips 66, which means I will be getting half a share of Phillips of every share of the Phillips 66 Partners that I own. And once I get those shares in, then I'll most likely turn on the dividend reinvestment on those new shares. Now, Air Products and Chemicals paid me $7.50 in dividends, and that bought me 0.0303 new shares. Now, Air Products and Chemicals are down quite a bit, but given my long-term hold, I'm not overly concerned. And the nice thing is next quarter, I'm getting a 12 cents per share dividend raise, which is an increase of 8% over the year. Now, my biggest dividends for this month are abbvie, which paid me $19.74, and that bought me 0.13 0.57 new shares. Now, I still kick myself for not turning on DRIP earlier when I first started doing dividend investing, as I would have acquired quite a bit more shares at the lower stock price. But I'm going to take what I can get right here, and 0.1357 is definitely nothing to sneeze at. Now, Unum paid me $4.50 in dividends, but because the share price is so low, that bought me 0.1567 shares of the stock. Now, the next one on the list is an interesting one. It's Del Taco, and Del Taco paid me $4 in dividend. Now, I don't drip these shares because this is most likely going to be the last dividend that is paid, because sometime in this next quarter, they're getting bought in an all-cash transaction by Jack in the Box. Now, I'm not going to complain. For me, that's going to be a quick 40% return in less than a year. And the last stock on my list is Jefferies Group, and they paid me $3 in dividends on the last day of the month and bought 0.085 shares. And the great thing is Jefferies has raised their dividends twice since this last year, which means in the last year alone, they have increased their dividend by 50%. So I got a 50% raise just on the shares that I own. So it should be interesting to see what this looks like next year, as I will see a substantial change in the dividend payments coming next year, with Del Taco being gone, with Phillips 66 Partners being gone, and with AT&T cutting its dividend. That being said, in the near future, I should start adding to my positions more, and this should also increase the dividends. So how did you do? My hope is next February to have over $100 in dividends in the month of February. But leave a comment below if you haven't already on what your dividend goal is for February. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, and bye for now.